Okay, hey, train your plants every day. Jordan Scoville coming at you from the STEM lab. Now, I did some tweaking, and I still have some more to go on it. Um, this is going to be my next version of it. And this one's called the Medusa, if I'm not mistaken, which has got a Bogotov on the back, and you can just flip it over and pick. I actually did that invertly because this is my medium pick. Well, at least it should be when I'm done with it. And the medium picks on top, and well, that's the way they actually designed it. Medium pick on top, and you flip it over for a Bogotov on the bottom for raking. Um, you can use anything for a zip, anything like that. But I did get these done, and nice little set here. This is your go all, do all. Um, and again, this is not something just for the clarification of that. If you get in trouble, tell them you got these. You don't want to be going to jail and have them find out these were in your wallet or something like that. Catch extra charges. Nothing really legal about having them unless you're a felon or have burglary charges against you or what have you. These are essential tools. Um, but be forthcoming, be honest, especially if you're going to carry a set in your wallet. Um, Size is key with this. Not too long, not too short. I worked off my original models, and I just worked with what I marked for being in my hand, and I just rounded them off at that point. So I'm still getting full feel, and I'll still be able to get full access and usage of them. But I made a set that's going to be able to fit in my wallet. So um, it's not my doubles. Not going to be as quick as with my medium and deep hook. Um, Combination that's really fast and really slick when I'm doing that. A probe or a key extractor sometimes, it's nice to have that. Um, your low rake or your low pick and your diamond. Um, Probably a better combination here would be the small and the medium. And a medium and a large would probably be your best method if you're going to go a double like this. It just makes it real nice. You can get a little extra up in there if you need that without having to drop everything, drop your tension wrench, look for new tools. These have a very strong premise, but they're my indoor set. They go in a pack of their own, kind of necessary for that. And even though those little ones work really well, I got to admit the feel, it just with that little extra on back there, that just gives it a little extra resonance. It just when you click a real slight click, it just vibrates that all the way out and back, and you can just feel just such slight bit better than what these are. But with that being said, these work really well. I've already picked that Master Lock number 10 a couple of times with it for my practice. Um, I haven't mic'd these out yet. I just kind of eyeballed them to my older ones, trying to gauge where my thickness is. And I opted to go a little bit thinner with these ones. These ones were a little thicker, and with them I noticed I was catching a little bit. Lockpick or hacksaw blades in general are about 25 thousandths, give or take. And you're doing that off the backside, not the blade side. You want the picks to be on the bottom. If these are the tooth sides, you want this to be on the bottom because one, these are wavy. Um, it does have a premise to be, you're gonna have to cut that off, and you have to think if that's on the bottom down here, you're gonna catch everything on the way back or on the way forward, depending on which orientation you are. They are hardened up top there. You may want that if you're doing a middle side of it to, if I was going to design it the other way, I would design it like this, trying to catch that little bit of hardened steel on there without catching the waviness that's in this, because in the manufacturing of that, they actually stagger those, because that's what hacksaw blade is. Anyways, so we got ourselves. Let's see what's going on. Your go all do all padlock. Most doors, anything that's not a flush system, for obvious reasons. You can also put this on a ring if you want to. Um, Good backup plan. Here's my flush lock tension wrench with 2 different attachments. For a smaller keyway, or maybe there's a piece of warding inside of it that makes it a little bit smaller, and a heavier one. And you'll see it's all beat up and chowdered a little bit, and that's intentional. That helps them get a good bit of grab on there so they don't slip out quite as easy. This one has it as well, but I like this one. It's a little bit finer and you're not going to be able to see it, but it works really good. It's generally your medium or maybe even a large. And your go all do all. Your small, of course, medium, and deep. And again, these are your do all jack SPP. When you're SPPing locks, this is what you're talking about. Really, anything beyond that point is some form of a rake. You might get lucky and be able to pick with a rake a little bit. With the exception of your middle grounds. Get something with a half city rake or your Bogotov and a medium pick kind of version of it. I guess they use these for speed locks, competition lock picking, where you're raking for a fault set real quick and then you turn it over and you're picking pins without having to go through pins or have special adapts to exactly how you like to do it. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pick these out. I just measure these out real quick for you. Okay. His job today is to teach us the art of impersonation. About 4 inches. 4 dead nuts. Alright, 4 dead nuts on that, and you're looking for the same on the tension wrench. I don't have a bottom of the keyway. If I did, that's where the key ring comes in. You can't exactly slip the bottom of the keyway in your wallet. It's twisted, and it's going to be weird. So anyways. Hopefully I get it. That'd be nice. Usually, these things cause me all kinds of issues when I do these videos. I'm sitting like this instead of my normal position. I know, bitch and blow, right? In the field, you don't have that luxury. So with this one, I've been using my deep hook. It seems to work the best. Nice little click. That's too far. There's 2.
When we test these myths, I think it's going to be important for us to duplicate the circumstances exactly as they appear in the movie, which means distance to shooter and type of gun. Then we go for it. If that doesn't work, let's step up.
I also made these a little bit more narrow as well. The shaft made a little bit more narrow, which is helpful in a lot of cases. Not necessarily with a lock like this. My old set, I could just crank on it and I'd turn it and it would be enough. But with here, it turns, but it's just not quite enough. But with that, I get a lot more feel. I get a lot more slide ability, if you will. And so where I lose on that, I get it back. I would say I'm probably about 17, 15 on thickness. I notice I get caught up in a little bit of the pins sometimes, but
First, some science of spin. Now, the challenge of this experiment is that the energy from the bullet's impact has to overcome the merry-go-round's inertia. Inertia being the resistance to movement. And that is based on the mass. This thing weighs over 500 pounds. That's a lot to overcome. So it's over to Grant using the force gauge to find out exactly how much resistance the bullet needs to overcome. Okay, 8.6 pounds. Now, we'll see. To monitor the merry-go-round, Grant adds a gauge, so if the gun gets any spin, they'll know. And speaking of firepower,
3's just been giving me all kinds of shit. I've been working this lock so much now it's not giving me the same rotation it was before, but I might also have a pin locked up. I did.
that's the plan.
But first, it's down to the movie
not
weapon
yet.
of choice, the Glock.
Now, it's got a muzzle energy of 383 foot-pounds and a muzzle velocity of 1,300 feet per second.
Remember, the more mass, the more inertia an object has. So at 500 pounds, the merry-go-round has a lot of
That's what I got to do to get 3. That's a pain in the dick because I drop all my other pins.
pounds of muzzle energy.
There's 2.
As it flies through the air, some of
One.
that energy dissipates. So, by the point of impact, will it have enough remaining kinetic energy to overcome the inertia and the friction of the bearings?
A counter rotation on 4.
Shouldn't it be spinning by now? Oh, that was a good shot, too.
Hope I didn't drop it.
That was a direct hit.
No, I didn't. Good.
I don't see the merry-go-round moving at all. So, with our first test with the 9mm hollow point in the Glock, we had enough energy to punch through the steel railing and move the merry-go-round about 1/8 of an inch, but it certainly wasn't the spinning around that you see in the movie.
Unlike the movie, it seems the Glock doesn't have the power for a push. So they're switching guns.
So this is the Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. It has 1,100 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, more than twice that of the Glock. I got just one question. Are you feeling lucky?
There it was. That was 4. I dropped 3 again.
I don't even know if you need to take a second shot.
Definitely dropped 4 again, maybe.
We were not able to get the merry-go-round to spin. We got it to move significantly more than the 9mm, about 3/4 of an inch. That is not spinning like you see in the movie. Now we have one more handgun in our arsenal.
The 45 caliber has 4 times the muzzle energy of the Glock. But will that extra kinetic energy overcome the merry-go-round's inertia?
Good shot. I don't see it spinning. Hit it again.
Oh, I thought I had it. Damn it.
Nope.
Yeah, it seems that getting this carousel
No
to
way I
spin
lost
is
3.
anything but the child's play of the movie.
So just like the movie, we started out testing the Smith with handguns.
That was
We
4.
tried 9mm,
Give me the issue now.
caliber, and
I'm
44
backing
Magnum.
off, but I don't know.
So far,
Close.
nothing has been able to move this merry-go-round very far. Certainly not like the spinning you see in the film. But you know what? We're not giving up here. We got plenty of other guns.
Up next on Mythbusters. You know, Adam and Jamie get into character and each other's faces.
And then the transformation is complete.
Some of the ugliest, angriest apples make the best cider.
Definitely getting counter rotation on that, but
Angry orchards, we're using tannin.
I can't.
cider, and it's really
There we
complex.
go.
It's angry looking, but inside.
When I do it, I lose 3. Maybe not.
The Mercedes-Benz winter event is back. And you won't want to stop for anything else. Lease the GLA 250 for $349 a month at your local
Maybe it's
Mercedes-Benz
5.
dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Oh, 5 ain't giving me nothing.
Markets change. At T. Rowe Price, our disciplined approach remains.
Maybe I overset 5 is what it is.
But you can feel confident in our investment
There we go.
experience around the world. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
So, gun unlock here. Proof of concept.
Okay, so with the award-winning
Catch you next one.